On the 9th of Zulhajj, the Hajis set about for Arafat, which is another 5 kilometers from Mina, where when they reach, hopefully before Zohar prayers, the Imam will deliver a khutbah, and after the khutbah, which is of course important for the Hajis to listen to, and hopefully there are arrangements made, even if you do not reach the masjid, you will be able to hear it from different parts of the Arafat. You will say 2 rakats prayer of Zohar, followed by 2 rakat of Asr. And thereafter, you will have plenty of time, several hours until the sun sets, for you to pray to God Almighty, seek His help, seek His forgiveness, glorify Him, do azkar. This is the real Hajj, the real occasion for you to say to the Almighty whatever you want to say. And I'll talk about in a later episode how to prepare yourself to spend these very important hours that God Almighty has enabled you to get in your lifetime, for you to be able to say to God whatever you really want to say. After you've done this great exercise of Wuquf Arafat, you've stood at Arafat and you've prayed to God, glorified Him, and you have sought His forgiveness and asked for whatever good things you want to ask from Him for yourself and your family members and your friends. Then you will see the sun setting before you, but you will not say your Maghrib prayer as you normally do in life. You will instead set off for Muzdalifah, which is a spot between Arafat and Mina. And you will go there and you will say your Maghrib prayer, which you didn't say at Arafat, and followed by Isha prayer together, and then go to sleep. You'll have hopefully a good night's sleep, because the day before you spent in Arafat was actually a tough day for your body, and you'll be really tired. You'll get up in the morning and you'll say your Fajr prayer, and you'll stay there for a while, again glorifying God and remembering Him and chanting His praise and seeking His forgiveness. Then you will set off for Mina. That will be the 10th of Zulhajj, the day when everybody else around the world would be celebrating Eid. You will go there and you will face the Jamra Kubra, the monument. There are 3 monuments which are called Jamarat. One of them is the Jamra Uqba, which is the big Satan. And then there is the Jamratul Ula and Jamratul Wusta, which are the smaller Satan, so to say. They are actually symbolizing the presence of Shaitan, Satan. But on the 10th of Zulhajj, what you will do is that you will do Rami. You will pelt 7 stones at the bigger of the 3 Satans, and then you will come back and get your animal sacrificed, and then you will get your head either shaved off or you will get your hair cut. In the case of women, as was mentioned in the case of Umrah, they will get some part of their hair removed from the tip, and they will all come out of the state of Ihram. The state that required them to have certain restrictions of them will be gone. And it is advisable that the Hajis go to do their tawaf, which is tawaf-e-ifada, a part of the Hajj, as soon as is possible, but it's not necessary that they do it immediately. Of course, there are lots and lots of people there, and therefore you should look at your convenience as well while you are going to do your tawaf-e-ifada. The next 2 days, or the next 3 days, are the days when you are going to go to do your Rami. That is, you will pelt stones in a sequence. On the first monument, that is Jamratul Ula, then the second one, Jamratul Wusta, and then the third one, which is the biggest of them all, the Jamratul Uqba. And this exercise of pelting stones will continue on the 11th of Zulhajj and the 12th of Dhul Hajj. In the meanwhile, while staying in Mina, you will continue to say your prayers, you will continue to remember God, and of course you will continue to talk to each other about the religious obligations that you're required to discharge, learning from each other, knowing about each other's welfare, and planning for the future. You have a choice on the 12th of Dhul Hajj to go away from Mina, and that would mark the end of your Hajj. But you can stay for the 13th of Dhul Hajj as well. If you do so, then you will continue to do Rami, pelt stones, at all the three monuments which are symbolizing the presence of Satan. However, once you have gone away from Mina, whether on the 12th of Dhul Hajj or the 13th of Dhul Hajj, your Hajj shall be over. The only thing is that it is recommended that as and when you leave Mecca, the last of the things that you ought to do is to do another tawaf, circumambulating the Kaaba, which is known as the Tawaf al-Wida, that is saying goodbye to the house of Allah, and the best way of saying goodbye is doing another tawaf.